Lamine Yamal is now the prince of football. But before him, there was Ansu Fati, the original Barcelona golden boy. He was the kid that was meant to inherit Messi's throne. And for a moment, it really felt like destiny. Youngest player to debut for Barcelona. Youngest ever El Clasico goal scorer. Ansu was breaking records for fun until injuries broke him. Soon the hype disappeared, Barcelona moved on, and his number 10 shirt, it now belongs to Lamine Yamal. Today, there's no place for Ansu at the Camp Nou. He's been shipped out to Monaco, and is he now forever gonna just be a failed wonder kid? But now, if the world has given up on Ansu Fati, then I won't. This is the start of Ansu Fati's redemption arc. And here he is, Ansu Fati, arriving in Monaco. Not much hype around him because he's now basically a failed wonder kid. But there is a certain player here at Monaco who wants to have a chat with Ansu. A player who knows exactly what it feels like to fall off from the top, Paul Pogba.
Yo, Ansu, why do you look so down, bro? You look like someone stole your boots and your girl.
Feels like football stole both, to be honest. Everyone's forgotten about me, Paul. Yamal took the 10, Barca sent me away.
Mon frère, you need to relax. I lost everything. My form, my reputation, but look at me. I'm still happy.
But the world's moved on, bro.
Let them move. You stay on the grind. I've seen you at Barcelona, bro. Even Messi rates you. And trust me, Monaco is the best place for you to cook. Let's both rebuild our careers here together.
Now, Pogba is definitely hyped Ansu up, but there's a lot of work to be done. All those injuries, those lost years, look at the damage it's done to Ansu. 75 overall at the age of 22. That ain't gonna cut it. The bigger problem, though, is the loss in pace. Ansu seemingly does not have the legs he once had. The pace has gone down massively. I don't think he can play as a winger and thrive like this. I think here at Monaco, he's gonna need to reinvent himself and become a striker. Maybe that is how he can make a name in football once again, playing in a completely different position. And this is where Ansu's story begins. League debut. Now, the only thing Ansu needs to do to begin his redemption journey, understand the striker role. And since he had played here for Barcelona briefly, he was already looking at home. Ansu, this could be the moment, and with his left foot, he slots it home. The suffering he's been through for the last 5 years. But now, Ansu Fati is slowly coming back. Now, it isn't just Ansu trying to make a comeback. Look at Pogba, a lovely pass for Ansu, and he uses his space to beat his man. What a chance here for Ansu. Oh, it comes off the post. But this link up between Pogba and Ansu, it's lighting up the French league. Full time, and Ansu's debut for Monaco couldn't have got any better. Scored the match-winning goal. Not just that, he looked at home in that striker position, and it was less demanding for his legs. Lesser chance of him getting injured by playing there. But regardless, this was just the start. There's a long road ahead for Ansu Fati to recover his reputation. First of all, Barcelona, where he's on loan from, there's no guarantee that they want him back next year. So to convince them, Ansu's easily going to have to get up to at least an 80 overall. Couple that with trying to learn a new position, it's going to be a big challenge. But it does look like Ansu's relishing this opportunity. He's adapted to the striker position rather quickly. Also, he's getting better with both feet. In fact, this left-footed driven shot, it's kind of becoming Ansu's trademark. Also, the media can't stop talking about his link-up play with Pogba. The road to redemption is looking good for Ansu so far, up to a 77 overall. Okay, he could have played more games, but 7 goals halfway through the season, coming in as a failed wonder kid. Not bad at all. Even his buddy Pogba has been impressing with solid numbers.
I told you we're gonna ball here at Monaco, but I think now we should be setting bigger targets. The World Cup is coming this summer.
Come on, Paul, that is just too much. Spain have surely forgotten about me.
Well, then make them remember we're making a pact right now. We are both going to the World Cup.
Now, the World Cup did seem like an unrealistic goal for Ansu, especially since he's only just shifted to a new position. He's just getting back into playing football regularly after multiple injuries. But Pogba's energy, man, it was infectious. It made Ansu believe. Even on the pitch, you could see that Ansu was playing with a purpose, and that has led Monaco to the French Cup final. A chance to win a trophy with Monaco against Paris. I mean, it's been a stellar season for Ansu. What a comeback, up to an 80 overall. That's what we wanted. Stats-wise as well, 17 goals, being the top scorer for Monaco. And now if Ansu can lead Monaco to a trophy, that will be a statement to the rest of the world that the golden boy is back. But right before this game kicked off, Ansu received a text message. The 23-man Spain squad for the World Cup had been announced, and Ansu Fati was not on it. This was brutal news because all this time Ansu was believing. He was playing at a high level, and he really thought he had a chance. But now is not the time for Ansu to repent. He's got a trophy to win. He needs to stay focused, and already might have his first chance if he can get there first. Looks for a pass. It's brilliant, but we couldn't score. But look at the way Ansu's pressing. He is playing with anger. A bit too much, maybe. He needs to calm down. And PSG are taking advantage of Ansu's erratic behavior. Doué has taken the lead. Losing this cup final would be a double whammy for Ansu. But not just that. He's already lost his World Cup spot. He cannot afford to lose a potential new club that wants to sign him. Because you know, Barcelona, there's no guarantee he'll be going back there. Monaco have not shown any interest to make his deal permanent. No. Dembele might score another one. That's brutal. Dembele, of course, has played with Ansu before. And look where he is now, a Ballon d'Or winner scoring against him. Ultimately, PSG just had too much firepower. Ansu's head was not in the game. If only he hadn't gotten that message before the game, then things could have been different. But instead, Ansu Fati's redemption story has hit a massive speed bump. Even after having a really good individual season, he's right now watching the World Cup from his couch. Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams all balling out for Spain. His buddy Pogba also got the call up for France. Ansu felt left out. And things are about to get worse for him, because his loan spell at Monaco is done. They do not want to activate the buy-on clause. And that means he's going back to Barcelona. But the president of Barcelona has just emailed him saying that they don't need him. Barcelona are kind of broken. They want to generate some money, and selling Ansu is the best decision for them. To continue his redemption journey, we gotta find Ansu Fati a new club that's worthy of his level, that can take him to the next level. But this is a massive roadblock that we've just hit. The World Cup has now begun, but Ansu Fati is watching from his couch. I guess he's supporting his buddy Paul Pogba, who's having a stellar World Cup. But Ansu needs to figure out his situation. It's pre-season and he's not even training with Barcelona. They've literally told him to not come for training. They want to try and offload him as soon as possible. To be treated like this by your boyhood club kinda sucks. Amidst all of this, Ansu does get a message from an ex-teammate.
Yo, Ansu. Been a while. Bro, I always rated you since our Barca days. So glad that you found your feet again.
Nah, man, everything's falling apart. I've got no club, no World Cup. Feels like it's over.
What are you talking about, bro? Have you seen my career? All the ambulance memes, the injuries? Tell you what, I'm gonna help you out. I'm putting in a good word to one of my former clubs. Expect a call from them.
And would you believe it, that former club was none other than Borussia Dortmund. This is a club that's known to be great for youngsters. Look at Dembele, Erling Haaland, Jude Bellingham. And they're willing to pay 40 million to sign Ansu Fati. Now, of course, a big part of this is because Dembele put in a good word, but they wouldn't spend 40 million if they didn't see something in Ansu. I think without any question, this is an offer we've got to accept. It will be a bit sad getting out of the Barcelona system, but hey, who knows about the future? Maybe Ansu will return. For now, it's a new journey for him in Germany. It's time to play for Borussia Dortmund. I think we've made the right choice for Ansu Fati. Playing in this system alongside an experienced Girassi, this could really get the best out of him. I think our goals for the season is to now just forget about the World Cup, forget about Barcelona, just focus on developing Ansu. Getting to maybe like an 85 overall by the end of the season, that could be huge. A new chapter now begins in Ansu Fati's career, Bundesliga. And you know what? I think scoring on his debut could be absolutely phenomenal. And I think at Dortmund, he's definitely got better teammates compared to, of course, Monaco. Uh-oh, we've just conceded. That is not how we want Ansu Fati's debut to go down. Oh, that's a brilliant cross for Ansu, but what was that for a finish? Oh, free kick for Borussia Dortmund. How good is Ansu with his free kicks? Surely he's watched Messi take a few. And no way, it's off the crossbar and in. His first ever goal for Borussia Dortmund is iconic. Oh, Ansu's making a good run in behind and he's timed it to perfection. Can he finish? Of course he can. A brace on his Dortmund debut. That debut couldn't have gone any better. But now the expectations are sky high for Ansu. But guess what? He's relishing in it. The Bundesliga is quickly becoming his playground. The goals are flying in. He's also massively worked on his passing and link-up play, forming a great duo with Girassi. Bro, these numbers are insane. Ansu Fati, 15 goals in 26 games. I mean, our goal was to get him to an 85 overall by the end of the season, but he's already up to an 84. And no way, Ansu's carrying Dortmund into a title fight? Just 6 points off Bayern Munich. He's also fighting for the golden boot with the likes of Kane and Bakayoko. If Ansu can win some big trophies with Dortmund, that's it. His reputation in football is going to skyrocket. Probably big clubs are going to start to be interested. Maybe Barcelona would want him back. But just as everything was going well, in a game against RB Leipzig, Ansu went for a 50-50 challenge. Tumbling down he goes. And it does not look good. The medical report is out now and Ansu's season is over. It feels like deja vu for Ansu. once again, injuries ruining everything for him. For almost 18 months, he'd been completely injury-free, and now suddenly this? The only positive thing was that it was a shoulder injury, not related to any of the previous injuries he had gotten. So after he recovers, he should still be the same. But man, the mental state of Ansu is not looking good. He's starting to feel defeated. But right then, to cheer him up, he gets a call from Paul Pogba.
Yo, Ansu, why are you down? You sound like you lost the World Cup to me.
Thanks, Paul. That helps.
I'm just kidding, man. Tell me what's wrong.
I don't know, Paul. Season's over. I was in such good form as well. I'm just tired with all these injuries.
I've been there, Ansu. Injuries took a lot of years from me too, but I always got back on my feet, and I want you to do that as well. Get out of your couch and get in the gym once you are ready.
Those words meant a lot to Ansu and kind of kept him going in these difficult times. As soon as doctors cleared Ansu to get back into the gym, he was there training relentlessly. Without Ansu, Dortmund couldn't keep up with Bayern, but also the frustrating thing was that because of the injury, Ansu's overall went down to 83. The new season begins and Ansu Fati is fully fit and recovered. The positive thing is that there's no contract drama this season. He has signed a 3-year deal with Dortmund, and that means he can now just focus on preseason, get back to full fitness, and of course the goal is to get back to that 85 overall. But I think Ansu needs to be pushing for more, maybe getting up to an 87, because I want this season Ansu to show the world that he's arrived back in Europe at the highest level. Now, Dortmund kicks off their season with the German Super Cup, an opportunity for Ansu Fati to win a trophy. But because of being out for the last 5 months, the gaffer has put him on the bench for this game. Which makes sense because he's only just recovered. We don't want Ansu getting a big injury and ruining another season. But with the scores level, 40 minutes to go, Ansu is coming on. It's a massive game here for Ansu Fati against an opponent like Bayern Munich. If he can perform here, it could really mean a lot, but the challenge came in. It could spur our team on for the rest of the season, maybe help in winning the Bundesliga. Harry Kane, though, almost put Bayern into the lead. Oh, and he is going to do it again, but Kobel, what a save. If our goalkeeper's putting in a shift like that, Ansu needs to be putting in a better performance here, as we are breaking through. And I do see Ansu in the box, if we can square it. And of course, it's Ansu Fati, back from a 5-month-long injury. Right place, right time. Oh, again, it falls for Ansu perfectly. That is just unbelievable. He's now got that poacher's instinct as well. A quick fire brace as Ansu Fati helps Dortmund win the German Super Cup. This kind of feels like redemption, because remember when Ansu lost the French Cup final? Now, I know this is a Super Cup. It isn't the most prestigious, but it's something for Ansu to build some confidence on. And that is exactly what he did. His target this season, winning the Bundesliga. Now, on the pitch, Ansu was doing the job. The goals were coming in, assisting Girassi as well. But off the pitch was where Ansu put in a lot of effort. He trained really hard, but also focused on protecting his body, so no more injuries. And this is what a fully fit Ansu Fati can do. 34 goals in 49 games, 87 overall secured as well. But what's even crazier is that he could actually lead Dortmund to the Bundesliga. Now, there's unfinished business. Yeah, it's the Der Klassiker. Last season, Ansu couldn't play this fixture. He was injured, and that's what cost Dortmund the league. This time around, though, he's fully fit, better than ever. This has got to be the biggest game in Ansu Fati's career, a chance to win the league title with Dortmund. I mean, they're not a club used to winning leagues. It's always been Bayern Munich. I wouldn't say Ansu alone has carried this team. Girassi has been a phenomenal teammate. But yeah, without Ansu, this genuinely wouldn't be possible. So I'm really hoping we can get it over the line with him. Oh, Ansu sees the run of Adeyemi, and one of the fastest players in the world is going through, but he's put it wide. Okay, maybe Ansu is going to have to do things all by himself, because what was that miss even? I think we do have the advantage, because I remember Ansu scored a brace in the German Super Cup final earlier on in the season, and they should be scared because Ansu is in brilliant form. He squares it for Girassi. Right thing to do. Dortmund strike first in this title race. Oh, the pace of Adeyemi. Even Ansu's making a brilliant run in the box, simply squaring it to him. Ansu Fati scoring in a Bundesliga title decider. Goal number 28. That's going to secure him the golden boot as well. And it's done, boys. Dortmund have secured the Bundesliga title. Ansu with the golden boot as well. Mind the gap. One thing's for sure now. The tag of failed wonder kid, that does not apply anymore to Ansu Fati. He's won the Bundesliga with Dortmund. I mean, a 40-goal season is reminding me of Lewandowski. And look who's calling Ansu to congratulate him for being the best player in the Bundesliga this season. Yes, Paul, this is such a relief. I thought my career was over. But look at me now. I've got the Bundesliga shield.
Okay, but don't get too cocky or comfortable. You've got potential to do a lot more. Maybe next step is the Champions League?
Okba's right, Ansu's only 25, and if we really want to save his career and give him a proper redemption arc, the Champions League is really what he needs. And now after a 40-goal season, there are quite a few top European clubs interested in him. In fact, Chelsea have already put in an offer and this deal could be close to going through. But instead, breaking news, PSG have paid the release clause of Lamine Yamal. It's a new world record, over 300 million. This solves Barcelona's financial issues, but they also lose their best player. Ansu couldn't believe it when he saw this on the news that Lamine is leaving Barcelona. But guess what happened the minute this transfer was announced? Ansu gets a call from the Barcelona president. They want him back. Simple as that. Ansu was extremely close to joining Chelsea, which seems like the most stable move. Whereas Barcelona, with all the emotions and with their financial situation, you never know how things could end up. And Barca is still hope for Ansu. With Lamine gone, he might get the number 10. He might get to fulfill the promise he once had. And I don't think Ansu's got the heart to reject Barcelona. He's doing it. He's going back home. Ansu Fati is joining Barcelona. But wait a minute, Ansu's getting number 31? I thought he was going to wear the number 10 jersey now that Lamine is gone. Okay, fair enough. Barcelona have given the number 10 to Rafinha. Makes sense, he's their leader. And Ansu hasn't come back to destabilize Barcelona. He's come back to be a part of it, so he's not going to be asking for that number 10. And besides that, 31 was what he used to wear when he started off his career at Barca. And this is kind of a new beginning for him. But man, this Barcelona team once again playing alongside the likes of Pedri, De Jong, Rafinha, of course. And I don't think Lewandowski is going to be giving Ansu much competition because he's 39 years old. Although there's been a lot of chatter about the media criticizing the Barcelona board for replacing Lamine Yamal, the world's best player, with Ansu, a failed wonder kid. Before Ansu even got to step on the pitch, he's getting criticized. But this time, Ansu didn't care. He remembered the wise words of his buddy Paul Pogba to just focus on yourself, focus on the football. And oh man, Ansu has waited for this moment to play for Barcelona once again. He thought that opportunity was never going to come, but he's worked hard for it, and I really want him to score on his return. Pedri linking up with Ansu. It's a lovely ball, and here he goes. Ansu back for Barcelona, but drags it wide. Ansu's really going to have to be patient, but this might be the moment again. The keeper saved it. Rafinha seeing Ansu, and there's the goal we've been waiting for. It's been 3 years away from Barcelona, dealing with injuries as well, but now he's back where he belongs. The Prince will not be forgotten again. Full time, and Ansu Fati taking home the Man of the Match award is something special. But the media still don't seem convinced. They think one injury is all it takes for this Barca without Lamine Yamal to just implode. But they don't know this is a different version of Fati. He knows how to take care of his body. That's why he's playing in the striker position where he doesn't have to use his legs all that much. But there is something that Ansu can do to get the media on his side. And it's something that he's done before. Score in an El Clasico. Don't forget, Ansu is still the youngest player ever to score in an El Clasico. And now with more experience, he's heading to the Bernabeu. And if once again Ansu can perform in this fixture, he will have the media's backing. You know what? This is what Ansu Fati dreamed about. To be on the pitch with the likes of Kylian Mbappe and all on an equal footing. Now he's got the teammates as well, as Ansu looks for a really nice pass here for Fermin Lopez, who does so well. This is what Fermin does. Barcelona take the lead. Barcelona look like they're on a mission here as Ansu Fati gets the defender. He sends the in-house in the wrong way. He's now completely through Ansu, but he drags it wide. That is one thing Ansu is going to have to work at Barcelona, just being as clinical as possible. Ansu so far is having a good game, but one thing he's missing is the goal. No. Mbappe with the late chance. We're lucky Madrid didn't take it. Ansu Fati and Barcelona get the win. Although I'm not sure the media are going to be convinced by this performance from Ansu. His finishing was a bit dodgy. But in the next few months, Ansu definitely worked on it. His finishing was getting even more ruthless, especially his trademark low-driven shot. Okay, the Spanish media cannot chat to Ansu Fati right now. Look at his stats halfway through the season. 19 goals, 27 games. He's improving as well, up to an 88 overall. He's improved his overall game as well. And look where Barcelona are, top of the league. Champions League 2, Barcelona have finished in the top 8. But look at Lamine Yamal's PSG, man. He's balling out for them as well. 3 goals, 3 assists. But I do still think with Ansu Fati leading and with his buddy Rafinha, Barca can win the Champions League. But wait a minute, Ansu Fati's just walked into training, but he's seeing Rafinha leave. What has just happened? Apparently, the Barcelona board has received a massive offer from Saudi Arabia, over 200 million. And And you guys know the club's financial situation. They're ridden with debt. They are forced to accept it. Without Rafinha, what happens to this team? Well, for starters, Hansi Flick decides to have a meeting with Ansu. Listen, Ansu, I know since the day you debuted for Barcelona, you've been under tremendous pressure, but I think I'm gonna have to pile on more pressure on you. With Rafinha gone, and no sign of any other transfers being made, I'm gonna have to make you the main man. Are you willing to take this responsibility? This is a big decision for Ansu. Last time when he did take all the responsibility, when he took that number 10 jersey, injuries ruined everything. But this time though, it's a different Ansu. More experienced, a Bundesliga winner. He's taking it, boys, and that's why Ansu is now being unveiled with the number 10 jersey. Mid-season, they're giving it to him. It's the Champions League round of 16. Barcelona face Bayer Leverkusen. And this is the first time since Ansu Fati's return that he's donning the number 10 jersey. He even got a good luck message from Pogba before this game. But without Rafinha in this team, he's going to have to be the leader. It does look like the burden of the number 10 jersey is heavy. But looks like Ansu does have it covered. No, he went for the cheeky chip. That's the thing. Wearing the number 10 sometimes maybe makes you think you're Leo Messi. But Ansu's got to realize, nah, he isn't. He's going to have to just carve his own path, not overthink things. And when you don't take your chances, you could get punished here, as we do. Boniface scores. Leverkusen with the lead. You know, if the game ends like this, there are going to be question marks on Ansu. Can he lead Barcelona? Was Rafinha the glue that was keeping everything together? We don't want to get into such circumstances, man. Ansu needs to respond here. Barcelona need to respond. Ansu Fati, but he doesn't have the pace. He's improved in a lot of different areas in his game, but the pace just hasn't come back. And I can't believe it, boys. Champions League round of 16. Barcelona have taken the L. And of course, the media is already making Ansu the scapegoat. He's only just taken the number 10 shirt. Okay, it's not all over yet. There's a second leg at home at the new Spotify Camp Nou. Ansu's just got to believe himself. All his friends, Dembele, Pogba. He's just got to remember the advice they've given him. Play his football. Everything will work out, and maybe a chance there. Nope. Oh, no pace on this side. Firmino is not as quick as Rafinha, but we're still making it work. Pedri looking for a ball inside. Ansu now turned his man. Shots taken, but it's wide. But at least he's getting in the positions. There is hope. Wearing the number 10 is a lot more than goals, and I think Ansu can help his team out with passes. That was a brilliant ball for Rashford. Can he keep his composure? Marcus Rashford, the finish is there. Ansu set him up. Now Barcelona can control this game. Ansu Fati can build some confidence. He set that goal up. But the pressure's on. Juan Garcia catches it. Ansu again leading to find Marcus Rashford. The pace is there. Rashford is really carrying in this tie so far, but the keeper saves. What a chance this is for Ansu Fati. He's gone through. Goes for the cheeky chip. It's off the post. Hansi Flick can't believe it. Why is Ansu not just smashing it in? I'm telling you, man, the number 10 jersey makes you do funny things, because that's the only explanation. Although another chance here. Again, Ansu. This time, though, does not make a mistake. Goes for the low-driven shot he's known for. Barcelona's number 10 puts them into the lead. Ansu again makes it look so easy. I think the media can now get off his back, and Gavi as well needs to get off it, otherwise he might get injured. Now that's what I call a comeback, led by Barcelona's new number 10. And look at him, bro. It does not look like he's finished. In fact, Ansu's on a mission. Goals against PSV in the quarterfinals and against PSG in the semifinals. Bet Lamine Yamal didn't enjoy that. Unbelievable season, man. 37 goals. He has taken the mantle from Rafinha, made it his own. Look at the assists even. Also, look at the growth, up to an 89 overall. And to think at Monaco, Ansu started off with a 75. He still doesn't have the pace. He could never get it back because of all the injuries, but he's improved every other facet of his game. Ansu's also secured La Liga. That's back-to-back league titles for him. Bundesliga and now La Liga. And he also won the Pichichi over Kylian Mbappe. And the only thing left to cement Ansu Fati's legacy, Champions League final. And of course it had to be Borussia Dortmund, man. The club that kind of reignited Ansu's career. And I guess he's gonna have to face a lot of ex-teammates. Ansu sliding this one for Marcus Rashford. The angle is difficult for him. He tried to square it. We've wasted a chance. Ansu's definitely playing a lot different in this game. Linking up with teammates, looking for those balls as he finds Rashford again. Proper chance that, but it gets blocked. Once you wear the number 10, it changes you, man. It tries to make you a complete player. What a ball that is for Firmino. As he looks back for Ansu, there's no angle to shoot there, but there is a pass for Gavi, but he gets tackled. It's halftime, and honestly, Dortmund know everything about Ansu. He spent 2 seasons there. Ansu Ansu Fati's really going to have to lock in here if he wants to get the result, complete his redemption arc. Ansu maybe needs to be a bit more selfish, going for goal himself. It's saved. Maybe he's trying too hard, but the stake is so high as well. Ansu, no, he went for that left-footed shot, which he's known for, but he couldn't connect. Ansu, last attack for Barcelona as he started it here. This could be big. No, the ref calls the final whistle. Looks like if Ansu wants to win the Champions League, he's going to have to do it the hard way. Extra time. Could possibly go to penalties as well, but I would like to wrap things up before that. Spaces are opening up because, of course, it's extra time as Ansu Fati with the chance, and he's done it. 110th minute, his trademark finish. That could be it. Look at what it means to Barcelona. No. Juan Garcia with the same rebound. I thought it was all over. Borussia Dortmund are trying to ruin Ansu Fati's day. Of course, man, the price of redemption was never going to be cheap. Ansu's going to have to keep his nerves for this penalty shootout. It's an interesting decision for Rashford to step up for the first penalty. We know he's good with set pieces, and he puts that one in. I think Barca are going to need Juan Garcia for this one. I'm wondering when Ansu will take his spin. For now, though, Juan Garcia can't stop it. You'd bet your house on Pedri scoring. He's just such a composed player, and he does that. One save. That's what's needed from Juan Garcia, but it's a miss. Advantage Barcelona. Can Fermin Lopez keep his composure? That's the question. He can. Juan Garcia makes the save. No way. It's set up perfectly for Ansu Fati. His redemption story could have the perfect ending. Can he actually do this? He needs to keep the composure. Ansu Fati, moment is needed where he can pull it off. Yes, penalty in the bag. Ansu has just won Barcelona the Champions League. What a story. Multiple injuries, shipped out to Monaco, sold then to Dortmund. But guess what? He's back at his boyhood club, and he's just won them the Champions League. Not gonna lie, this redemption story of Ansu deserves a like. And also, while you're down there, subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed Ansu's journey, I'm sure you'll enjoy me trying to play the career of Estevão, the Brazilian wonderkid. Click here to watch that.